Good, Pastor Haynes. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, my brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Happy to have you on this morning. I know
man,
you got a good word, which you always do, of course.
I appreciate you so much. Hey, Rick, today I simply want to remind everybody that God is crazy in love with you. Long before Beyonce came out with Crazy in Love, God showed us what it means to be crazy in love because God gave up God's very best for you and for me. The Bible says God so loved the world that God gave up his only son for us. And so the good news is whenever you feel unloved and whenever you feel unlovable, whenever people hate on you, mistreat you, dish you, and dismiss you, the good news is there's a God above you who has nothing but love for you. That love is so unconditional, so extravagant that what God does, when God loves you, God never lets you down. I love that right there. God never lets me down. Other people walk out, that's when God steps in. Other people let me down, that's when God lifts me up. God loves us unconditionally, and because God loves us unconditionally, God never lets us down. But then also the good news is that God not only never lets us down, but God never lets us go. I love that right there because sometimes I give up on me, but God never gives up on me. And since God doesn't give up on you, why would you give up on you? God loves you enough to never, ever let you go. No matter what mistakes you've made, no matter how much you've messed up, it's good to know that God will not let you go. God won't let you down. God won't let you go because God is crazy in love with you. And since God is crazy in love with you, that means you are lovable. And since you are lovable, hold your head up high. Move through life knowing that you are loved by the greatest lover of all, who is crazy in love with you. And that's our great God.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Hey, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir.
You know, I would never complain about church service on the air, but last Christmas you didn't do this, and I might have to find me another church. Pastor Haynes, why y'all stop giving away the brown paper bags with the orange, the apple, the candy cane, the pecans, in the Christmas candy? Why y'all stop giving that away in the brown paper bag?
It's probably COVID, and we just didn't do it. That's all.
Pastor Haynes, you remember how special you felt during Christmas? When you got that.
Yes,
do you remember that brown paper bag?
I never will forget it. I never will forget it.
Candy canes was big too.
Yeah, you had the
candy
big.
canes
They don't even
was
make them that big no more.
Nuh-uh. They have candy canes on steroids.
Right, and then the little Christmas cans that they be stuck together mixed with the brazel nuts, the almonds, the pecans,
the butterscotch cans.
Yeah, the apple, the orange, the tangerine. Yeah, that was your Christmas.
That's it.
Listen.
Why was the bags all wrinkled?
Stuff.
And then the bags was wrinkled. The bags was never brand new.
They was never brand new.
Pastor Haynes, we got to bring that back.
Brand new.
We got to bring that back, Pastor Haynes.
I'll pray about it.
Bring back that
good candy cane.
Yes, sir. And then tomorrow we're going to talk to you about the new body of Christ because we can't taste them wafers. I think all the people that took the saltine crackers made it to heaven. I don't know. I ain't heard nothing about the wafers.
Listen. Bring back the saltine.
That's what I'm talking.
The real grape juice.
Yeah, we'll be at church. We'll be there Sunday, Pastor Haynes. We'll be there Sunday.
Welch's and saltines. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on now.
Let's get into some praise right here, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, let's get this front page going.
Entertainment. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The same as being brought to you by Indeed. That's right, it's finding seasonal help on your wish list. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform for interviewing, screening, and hiring high-quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Front page right here. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm Eva Marcel here with a quick look at your front page news. So with the U.S. already dealing with the winter spike of the Delta COVID-19 variant, the country is now facing a coming surge of the new Omicron variant, which spreads even faster. Early data suggests that the spread of Omicron variant doubles in about 2 days' time. Still, the White House says that lockdowns won't be needed because vaccines are widely available. And Dr. Anthony Fauci says that Pfizer and Moderna shots still appear to offer great protection against hospitalization from Omicron. Now, in other news, President Biden went to Kentucky yesterday to visit areas that were hit hardest by the tornadoes last Friday night. Biden has pledged to do, quote, whatever it takes as long as it takes to help Kentucky and other states. Last but certainly not least, former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin pled guilty yesterday to a federal charge of violating the George Floyd's civil rights. Under the plea agreement of federal charge, Chauvin, who could face life in prison, should face 20 to 25 years in prison, which would run concurrent with the state prison sentence of 22 and a half years. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars said they had enough of Coach Urban Meyer's circus. They fired him 13 games into his first season. Jacksonville's 2-11 on the season. This may be the last time we see Urban Meyer coaching on the sideline in college or in the pros. In my opinion, man, it's just too much is coming along with that guy right there. Yesterday was the first day of early signing period for the top high school football recruits. Texas A&M currently leading the way for the number one recruiting class over Alabama. A&M landed 4 ESPN 300 All-Americans so far. But the biggest story, we got a shout out to the number 2 all-recruit, Travis Hunter.
Yes.
He's a beast. Wide receiver defensive back was expected to commit to Florida State. He decommitted from Florida State, and now he's going to be attending Jackson State University out there with Deion Primetime Sanders.
I love it.
Come on, man. This is huge.
Man, Primetime has single-handedly just gave HBCUs so much uplift, man.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy.
I love it.
Come on, man.
And everybody putting the names on the back of the jersey. That put tears in my eyes.
Absolutely,
Why
man.
aren't we good enough to have the name put on the back of the jerseys on in the swag?
Come on, dog.
Why?
Well, he said that. He said if you good enough to play on this team, your mama and your grandmama need to see your name when you play on Saturday.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it, man.
I love it.
Set that stage and set it high. So congratulations to Primetime and what he's doing out there. That's what I got. Gary with the T, what's up there, Pimpin'?
All right, y'all. Tina Knowles, the former fashion designer and mother to Grammy Award winners Beyonce and Solange, y'all. She had some questions, honey, following actor Jussie Smollett's recent conviction. Now, the 67-year-old, y'all, took to her Instagram where she shared a screenshot, y'all, of an opinion piece from CNN comparing the Smollett case to that of Amy Cooper. Y'all know that Amy Cooper woman, honey, that's Central Park, Miss Karen, I mean. Well, nevertheless, honey, Miss Knowles want to know, y'all, what's really going on, y'all. She said, because she want to know if Jessie's going to get the same compassion as Amy Cooper, which y'all know probably not. But nevertheless, Tina Knowles is speaking out regarding it. And a lot of people saying, y'all, Tina is really, she's really just stepping up and really doing things. Now, she said recently, y'all, she said that, that it's not fair that, that he was, did the same thing similar to what she did. But they're wondering, y'all, if he's going to put him in jail, y'all, or, is he going to have this criminal misdemeanor later drop like Karen's was. So we're going to follow that story and see how this really turn out. But I got a feeling that ain't going to happen, honey. They're going to make him as an example like they usually do. And it's going to be what it's going to be, y'all. So we're going to pray, y'all, for Jussie. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors, y'all. My color today, y'all, is roasted chestnuts. On the high end, you say roasted chestnuts in the line with Christmas. And on the high end, on the low end, just say beautiful tan, y'all. That's your color for today. Maria, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up in the hot spot, Gary, Kanye plans to be homeless in a year. I'll tell you why inside the hot spot. That's next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's up? Get out of bed.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Rick Smiley Morning Show, 29 before the top of the hour, y'all. Time for the hot spot. What up, Maria?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. I'm Maria Moore sitting in for the Brat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. Nick Cannon has spoken out about his decision not to have his late son, Zen, undergo chemotherapy treatments. During an interview with People magazine, Cannon explained, "We started asking, is there a way to prevent this? If not, how long do we have?" Then that conversation quickly turned to how can we give him the best life for the time that he does have. It could be weeks, it could be months, it could be years. He went on to say, we were having quality of life conversations, and we could have had that existence where he would have to live in the hospital, hooked up to machines for the rest of the time. But from someone who's had to deal with chemotherapy before, I know that pain. And to see that happen to a 2-month-old, I didn't want that. I didn't want him to suffer. And we all know Nick shared the news on December 7th that his son, Zen, passed away. Ricky, this makes me think about the importance of having, an estate plan, right, so that people know, what if I'm in a vegetative state or I can't make decisions for myself? What are your wishes? So I think this is a great reminder to everyone to have that conversation with someone they love. Wow. Kanye West, he revealed that he wants to turn his homes into churches. He says we are under a capitalist rule and it's killing us. It's time to change that. I'm going to be homeless in a year. I'm going to turn all of the homes I own into churches. We're making this orphanage and it will be a place where people can go. Food will always be available. Now, he also spoke about a performance piece titled The Funeral Rehearsal of Kanye West. Now, this was inspired by a trip to Berlin. Ye said, it is the death of the ego that separates us. It's the humanity of the birth of humanity. He also added, let me start by killing myself. The less of you, the more room for God. So shout out to Kanye, having that revelation. Yep, absolutely. And more congratulations goes out to Thee Stallion in TikTok's Year in Music Report. She was reported as the #1 artist of 2021. The list is based on stats, trends, and shows the influence on the platform. Doja Cat was listed as #2, and Cardi B came in 5th place. Old Town Road, Ricky, by Lil Nas X came out still on top. Overall, 430 songs reached 1 billion views, video views on TikTok in 2021. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's hot. Coming up next, we have Special K with the news you positively cannot use. That's up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I'm sitting here. I'm thinking about my bit coming up. Okay, I wasn't thinking about
the area over there to eat that folks told us don't eat at this shit.
I wasn't thinking about the fact that you just told me that. I was thinking about my bit coming up and I was focused.
It's so
I made
the action is niggerish.
I forgot. Dave, you ain't got nothing to do with this.
Oh man!
You and your bags are way more offensive. Your bags are way more offensive and embarrassing than me. Some damn applesauce.
I
don't know what you got in your bag. I just need some applesauce. I forgot. Huh?
I got my kids in my bag. And then what's gonna happen? Then they're gonna say, "Hey, it can't be no more food in the studio," and then you're gonna ruin it for everybody. Oh man! For everybody.
Okay, how many times can I apologize and say, I'm sorry? Here we go.
You don't have to say you sorry.
Okay,
just don't.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes before the top of the hour, y'all. Special K got news you positively absolutely cannot use.
Special K also up in here eating them little kitty applesauce cups.
Right. Such a man law violation.
It's not a man law violation. It's a healthy snack.
At least eat a fruit cocktail.
It's a healthy snack.
At least it got chunks. At least it got chunks of fruit in it. You sit up there
chunky applesauce.
Okay, well, drink it with a straw, but for you to be sliding your spoon into some damn applesauce, and you 53 years old, man, it's just like a man law violation.
Okay, it was a can we get to the bit? Okay, this is a really good bit. This is a really good bit.
We told you after you open up the first little cup. Right. And then the Knowles fruit cup is smaller than the Knowles fruit cup.
Right.
So you got this little bitty cup. You didn't even need a spoon. You could have just drunk it.
Yeah.
You could
That would have been more of a violation if I held the little cup up to my mouth and just slurped
man,
it down.
that applesauce the same size as the communion that they serve at church with the little thing that you peel off.
It's a small applesauce that I get from the Dollar Tree. It's a 4-pack. You get 4 in a dollar.
Bruh, the spoon.
It's the cinnamon applesauce, and it's very good.
The spoon couldn't even fit down in the cup.
Yeah, it's chunky.
You had to pour it in the spoon like it's cough syrup.
Yeah.
Man, don't do that in front of us, bro.
You know how you peel off the little aluminum foil on the top?
Right.
You're supposed to rip that all the way off. He had it like your
but
mama.
He peeled it off,
Because I didn't want to make noise.
Then he gonna lick it.
I didn't want to make noise. I didn't lick it. I licked the spoon. I didn't lick the top.
You did lick the top.
I licked it a
it's
little
just,
bit.
It's just like Gary don't even do that.
Thank you. I'm just listening. I'm like, girl.
Gary take his fruit cocktail down like a man.
Right.
Yes.
You know what?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Special K, dog. You violated on that one, bro.
Okay, how about now? I'm not even gonna do my bit.
Then-
I'm not
then
even
when
gonna
you
do it.
did-
I'm gonna punish y'all.
And then when you did is you took your hat off to do it. You could have left your
I
hat.
took my hat off because I was going on my
Bruh,
IG.
if you gonna eat some fruit cocktail, you turn your hat to the back.
Maria, you're a fitness person. Is there anything wrong with eating a healthy snack in the morning if you haven't had a full breakfast?
Uh-oh.
I'm proud of you for doing it, even if
Thank
you
you.
look dainty doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
You look dainty. That's awesome.
Dainty.
Can somebody Google dainty?
Dainty. That's real prissy, honey. I definitely know about dainty, honey. Yes. My Lord, honey.
Try to act like you ain't never ate no applesauce.
Well, but guess what, though, boo, honey? I eat it like a man, honey. And I don't eat it dainty, baby. I just swallow it down. How about that?
Yes, Gary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Dainty, delicately small and pretty.
God. God, honey.
I hate you too, Twan. You didn't have to put that on the screen. You didn't have to do that.
Yes,
You didn't have to do
Ain't
that.
nobody had no
asked you to do
applesauce
that.
since elementary school.
Thank
bruh.
you. Hell.
I don't even remember what applesauce tastes like.
I didn't even like it.
It be in
So-
that one little corner in the tray and you eat it last when you get your lunch.
Yeah. Jesus. My God, a hood Negro from Compton.
And you from Decatur?
Yeah, that's right.
Man, them
I'm from
dudes in
Decatur.
Atlanta gonna kill you when they hear this.
He been locked up in prison and all that, dog.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
my
did. You did.
God.
How many months you did in prison?
18 months. Dave, we ain't still on the air.
Yeah, we still there. You need to be eating a hard apple, not no damn
You
applesauce.
served in the military for your country.
Yeah.
Well, you was in the Navy or the
I was
Marines?
in the Marines and the Air
How
Force.
many years in the Marines?
I did a year and a half in the Marines Reserve, then I went into the Air Force full time.
And they kicked
And
you out of
you
both.
did
4
time in
years.
prison.
And I did. Why we gotta keep
You
coming
should have
back
went to the Job Corps, honey, with that.
Time in prison than you did in the service.
This the same
Kick
guy.
you out of the
This the same
armed
guy that
forces
ate
for eating them
bananas.
applesauce
He eat
cups.
bananas in the studio too.
He does eat bananas hard.
Rickey Smiley morning show, baby.
Oh, man. That's okay. Why you gonna bring out the man going to prison and shit?
Hey, let me say this. I have no shame in my applesauce game. I will not stop eating applesauce. I will
Man,
continue
that
to
shit
eat
was
applesauce.
weak. Man,
I will
that shit
take
was
my
weak.
ass to the Dollar Tree, get my 4-pack
flour. Eating sunflower seeds without the shell.
Get my 4-pack of applesauce from the Dollar Tree. It's the cinnamon flavored applesauce. It's got apple chunks in it. It's very delicious, and it's a very healthy snack in the morning time. And I will continue to eat it. You will not shame me from eating my applesauce, and it does not detract from my manhood in any way, shape, or form. Let's not get that, Mr. Screw.
Weak.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 7 minutes after the hour, y'all. It is about that time. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Tristan Thompson, y'all, he is finally
Gary.
speaking.
My computer career.
Oh.
That's right. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. And what you were saying, home?
Yes, Tristan Thompson, Ricky, y'all, you know, he's the wonderful boyfriend of Khloe Kardashian, y'all. Well, he is finally speaking out. He said he admitted, y'all, to having a sporadic, ongoing sexual relationship with Miss Marilee Nichols, the woman who is suing him, y'all, for child support and pregnancy fees and all this other good stuff now. In a court document filed earlier this month and published out by the Daily Mail, the NBA star who has disputed the paternity of the child born December 1st, recalling meeting Ms. Nichols, y'all, late November or early December 2020. He said they was at somebody's house. He said at the time, he said he was very cautious, honey, and did not foresee that she and he could have any type of relationship. Now, he also denied having sex with her in California around that time, claiming that the only possible date of conception for the child is March the 13th, 2021. Now, that's when the baby was born. Now, Nichols had said that the child was conceived in April. She know when her child was conceived because she felt it, she said. But nevertheless, Thompson also repeatedly asserted that his relationship with Nichols was based on sex only. He said, we did not have a serious ongoing relationship. We saw each other sporadically between December 2020 and March 2021. He said, Nichols told me that she had been involved with other athletes and understood the limitations of our relationship, to wit, that we might see each other on a sporadic basis for consensual sex only. He said, we did not have any dates in the traditional sense at any time. There were no dining at restaurants, going to movies, traveling, or any other indicia of a normalized relationship here. He said there was only Snapchats of where and what time we would hook up and what hotels we would be used at.
Hey, friends with benefits.
Yeah. That is some dirty mess right there, y'all.
Such a garden tool. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm so embarrassed for Khloe Kardashian. Like, oh my
I'm disgusted.
But this woman, though, I mean, he told her this is going to be it, but he going to talk about he was careful. Well, how careful was he? He wasn't too careful. She got pregnant. So I don't understand that. I just don't understand it for the
And he
life
said
of me.
sporadic, Gary. Sporadic. Like, I can think of so many things you do sporadically.
Yeah.
I thought it was me,
Sporadically.
Maria.
But when you're a dude
I
in
thought
his
it was
position,
me.
that's how it goes down. I mean, he's a professional athlete. He's a good looking dude. Chicks gonna they're gonna put themselves out there like that. I blame her.
But it wasn't sporadic. It was occasional.
Thank
It
you.
was
Yeah,
casual.
don't say sporadic.
But it wasn't
Yeah.
sporadic.
Sporadic is like, bam, it just
means
happened
once
next
in
day.
a
No.
while.
They kept bumping into each other. That's what
Yeah, I guess
Right.
they did, honey.
Literally.
She signed up for
Count it if you don't have nothing to do.
I guess so, but honey, he was to pay her, honey, and Khloe, I hope she's through with him, honey. Bless her spirit, child. She, like I said, she can find any other black basketball player, be more than happy to take her. So he just go with your life, girl.
Or just nice guy. Doesn't have to be a black basketball
Oh, wait, it's gonna be
player.
black.
Maybe
She don't
it's a
do-
nice
Gary.
guy.
It's gonna be black. It's gonna be black because blacks don't want to take anything that nobody else wants. Oh, but anyway, moving on. In the other celebrity news, y'all, NeNe Leakes. Oh, NeNe is back in the news, y'all. Now they're saying, according to TMZ, they say NeNe Leakes, y'all, might have her new man in her life, and she was seen dancing with businessman Noshioshiola, y'all, CO. That's
Ooh, say that name again. Say that name again,
Noshioshiola. That's Nyonisela. All the syllables. And his last name is Sioh. They were at a recent birthday party. Now they say, though unconfirmed, they said the outlets claim y'all that the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star y'all is, honey, dating Sioh, who owns, listen to this, a couture suit company in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he's from Liberia, Africa. Now they said the news comes, y'all, later after NeNe's husband, Greg Leakes, who lost his battle to cancer. Now they're saying, a lot of people saying y'all that NeNe is doing like the rest of the girls in the housewife. She's not dating any of these insolvent Atlanta men. So congratulations goes out to Miss Leakes and her alleged new friend. All
A
right.
lot of sisters are getting them, their African men and
Yes.
Nigerian brothers and stuff.
Yes.
Well, they
Like,
keep
they
going-
doing it like black men
they
date
keep
white
going-
women.
Going to Neiman Marcus buying up all the Creed.
All the Creed, Ricky.
Yes, honey.
All of it.
Baby, they are not smelling stink, honey.
Get
They
no
good
samples.
Sure can't, baby, because these
whole
boys.
bottle.
NeNe just celebrated her birthday, so she was most likely just enjoying herself, celebrating her birthday with some patrons because she does have a lounge. I do not assume that she's dating anyone yet, Gary.
Well, if she is, honey, congratulations to her, and he ain't broke. So that's a good thing. So congratulations, NeNe. She could probably. The color of the day is one of my favorite colors. My color of the day, y'all, is roasted chestnuts. On the high end, you say roasted chestnuts, and on the low end, you say beautiful tan. That's a beautiful Christmas
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
One time.
All right, I got your wake-up calls. Y'all call me up right now. The phone lines are wide open. Get at me, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Rickey Smiley Morning. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Time for the wake up call. Get at me 866-9 Ricky. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning, my name is Jasmine. I'm calling from Greenville, South Carolina. I'm calling to wake up my husband, Charles, my daughter, Ashay, Ari, and Mikey. My mom in Jacksonville, have a good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up to my beautiful wife, Tammy, in Twinsburg, Ohio. Wake up, wake up.
Good morning, this is Dorothy calling from Phoenix City, Alabama. I'm going to wake up these inmates that are working in prison with. Get y'all ass up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, baby, this Willie Earl waking up all the young tenders. Willie Earl got the money, y'all just bring the honey, coming from Greenwood, South Carolina.
Good morning, this is Crystal from Huntersville, North Carolina. I want to send a wake-up call to Michael Camp, Ellis Grayson. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up.
In Birmingham,
Wake up.
Oklahoma,
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
St. Louisville,
Wake up.
New Orleans,
Wake up.
Hey, Memphis,
Wake up.
wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, y'all. Hey, man, thank everybody for your wake-up call, y'all. Hey, listen. Hey, being a good co-parent, man, I'm talking about it. Being a good co-parent. I'm going to be talking about that next on Unleashed. Somebody need to hear this. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Fit my denim jacket with my matching jeans.
Yeah,
Go with
it make you want to dress up like Jagged Edge.
Yeah, put on some Tim.
And a white wave cap.
White wave cap, white t-shirt with that nice little mom chain.
Are you doing the brown Timberlands or the white ones?
Oh, no, I'm doing the brown ones, bro.
Right, to break it up a little bit.
Yeah, with the leather top.
Right.
The real ones.
Oh, the leather top.
The leather top. You got to go leather top. You can't go with them skint tops. You got to go with the leather top.
Right, but all white, though.
Yeah, you can rock that all white.
Chain, white t-shirt.
White t-shirt with the chain. Oh, yeah, you in there.
You in your 40s now.
You ready to go. It don't matter. You good.
What kind of belt?
It don't matter.
With some rhinestones on it. It's got to be a nice
Gotta
buckle.
have that nice
With your name
rhinestone
on
buckle
it.
belt.
Right.
Yeah.
And your jean got to sag a little bit.
Just a little bit. But the belt buckle got to have your name on it in silver.
There you go. Come on now. You said that.
Yeah, Maria. Them the guys, them the eligible bachelors right
you see
there.
them dudes with that salt and pepper beard
they
shopping at
so
Jimmy Jazz
sexy.
and DTLR. That's what they get. Everybody working in there old enough to be their grandchild. When you in DTLR and they calling you sir, you know you're really too old to be.
Right. All right, y'all. All right. You ain't lying.
Damn 16-year-olds ringing up your stuff. You know they talking about you in their mind.
You got all them outfits with the bears on there.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 before the top of the hour. Listen, man, this real talk right here. We want to have a conversation about, it was my daughter's mom's birthday on yesterday, so I shouted her out on social media, and it was the right thing to do, man, because I have to tell you that has been the best co-parenting experience ever. As a matter of fact, man, it even spills over because my daughter's mom, not only is she the best co-parent or whatever, she is like the mediator between me and my daughter. Because me and my daughter, we seem like we have an innocent, sweet relationship, but we be into it because I be at her about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff is just not acceptable or whatever, and she's kind of like, if she can sense when me and my daughter haven't talked, and she get the conversation back going via group text. And sometimes, and it's sad that it's the total opposite for some people. Mm-hmm. Some men have to sit up here and trying to see
constant conflict, constant battle, constant we just can't sit down and work something out. You know what I'm saying? And women, and I'm not attacking women, but you need to understand that when you have a child with somebody, that is not, you can't just say, oh, this is my child and I'm going to do this. No, that's you. That's both of y'all child.
Yeah.
And you chose this person. This person chose you. Y'all chose each other to have this child together.
Yeah. You might have prayed for that person.
So no matter how much if this person isn't abusive or a dangerous person,
you got to understand that this person has just as much right to have access
That
to that
part.
child as you do.
That part, sir. Preach.
I don't care if you don't like him. I don't care if you don't like her. They have equal access to this child, and it don't matter who's the custodial parent.
Right.
Why is that so hard to understand and get past? And why do women feel like you're attacking them if you say that? Men, we love our kids too.
We do.
We didn't birth them, but we love them just as much. You take away my child from me, you taking a part of me away from me.
And we talking to everyone, all the fathers that want to be in the child's life.
Right, which is a lot of them.
Absolutely.
A lot more than less.
And there's some moms that don't want to be in the lives of the parents.
Come on
the
now.
kids too now.
Come on now. Speak on it. And you speaking on it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's sad, it's hurtful. It's not good for the child, because at the end of the day, you always have to do what's in the best interest of the child. And if he ain't out here gang banging and shooting and putting the child in dangerous situations or whatever, even if he owe you child support money, he still have a right to have access to his kid.
Come on now.
You can't use child support as, well, I ain't got my child support, so you don't get to see. You know, we call, we text, she busy. She can.
Using the child like a pawn.
Absolutely.
Co-parenting requires maturity and accountability. You got to be willing to be accountable for what you do, and you got to be mature enough to overlook your own personal feelings.
Right.
To say, okay, because we all do it as parents. We all do it. We all do things we don't want to do for the sake of our kids.
Yeah. And you just never know, man. People don't want to get pushed to the limit. And, you know, you had that guy that went and that guy is a sicko. That guy that went and killed his ex-wife,
his ex-wife and his baby mom.
His baby mom or whatever.
And then took himself out. No excuse for that.
No, none.
But
please understand.
But please understand that everybody doesn't handle that level of stress the same way.
Right.
And it's very stressful to have your kid. I don't know what it feel like to have my kids taken away from me. I don't know what that feel like. But I can imagine, as much as I love them, I can imagine that how far you can be pushed mentally to snap.
Yeah.
And you don't know what somebody's snapping point is.
Exactly. And I promise you, man, there's a lot of us had crazy thoughts just because you want to see your kids. Just because why is this happening to me? It's like the worst nightmare ever. It's almost like your child died.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't see, you can't have no contact, you can't talk to, man. Like, we love our kids. And we want to tell all parents, mothers and fathers that have custody to please do what's in the best interest of the child and share the child, because it's not your child, it's our child. You know, when people say my baby, it's not yours, our children.
Right.
You know, whatever. It starts with the language. So we'll talk about it more. I'm going to do a whole nother Unleash, but I thank y'all for sharing that with me, man. We want everybody to be careful, be safe, be loving, and always do what's in the best interest of the kid. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Hey! Hey, good morning, everybody on the East Coast, D.C. Y'all don't know nothing about that go-go. Y'all doing the butt. Y'all lying. What up, man?
Oh, man, you already know, just have to wake this city up real quick, man. Of course, you'll make sure you hit me up on that Instagram at JAH
JAH Lion Sound. Hey, man, appreciate you, y'all. Where you going to be this weekend?
Yeah, man, this weekend on Friday night, Jamaican Lounge, Saturday night, Rendezvous, Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. Caribbean Brunch Party, Spice House, and then later on that night, Gossip Lounge on the east side in Atlanta. So you don't know we working, man.
Damn, y'all, can I get a cash out, bro?
Cool.
Can I get $20, dog? Can I get some Burger King or something, dog?
Man, all my money going to student loans, man. It's rough out there, man.
Black Tony, where you at?
Hey, Shawty, this might be it for me right here. I ain't even gonna lie today.
Hey, bro, man.
Nah, Shawty, don't try to help these folks out. Ain't no crying today, Shawty. I almost said today. This might be it for me, Shawty.
What you mean?
This might be, man, these folks playing game with me now, Shawty. They might not know who I'm here, but they might not know who I'm here.
You not coming to work?
But, man, Shawty, you better call your boss, man. I'm telling you, Shawty, these folks playing with my, man, take me out the radio, Shawty. I need to talk to you.
Hold on. Yeah, what's up?
Shawty, I don't need everybody in my business, in my money business, but these folks are put at your radio station playing with my money, Shawty. They playing with my money now, Shawty. I ain't with that, Shawty.
What happened?
I'm a real one out here, Shawty. These folks gonna send me an email last night talking about, talking about at the end of the year, talking about Black Tony, just letting you know that we gonna have to adjust your contract for next year. That you gonna get that. Shout out, these folks been paying me. These folks been paying me $150 every 2 weeks for the last 2 years, and now they talking about they got to cut back. They can't give me but $120. I ain't finna do that, Shout out. Who finna work for $120 every 2 weeks, and y'all been paying me $150 every 2 weeks? They messing with the bag now, Shout out.
What happened, Rock?
I'm lost, man. I'm confused.
What happened?
Right, T. These folks been paying me $150 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they taking advantage of you.
That's my contract, yo.
Yeah.
So now, that was good money. So now they gonna cut me back. Come out, they gotta take $30, and they gonna cut my criminal bonus. My criminal bonus was $40 last year. They talking about it's gonna be $20 this year.
Yeah, you might as well go and stay in
Talking
the
about
trap.
I used up all my TPO days. Shout out, I'm finna call the NCAA.
NAACP.
Yeah,
No, not the NCAA.
Cause I know they doing it cause I'm black. Shout out, these folks racist. They doing it because I'm black.
What is he saying? What happened?
But he's saying he being underpaid. He was already underpaid, so now they taking more money out of his check. Man, you can make that up in the trap.
Because he used all his sick days.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talking about they can't pay me $150 every 2 weeks no more. How you gonna play with a man bad like that? I pay all my bills. Shout out, I pay my grandma rent, shout out.
When the last time you been to work, Black Tony?
That's not the perm.
What's up?
Get out of bed.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
When he said that ain't the point, he hit the commercial. Hell yeah. He said that ain't the point. We said when last time you been to work, Black Tony, that ain't the point. Boy, that's funny.
In the beginning, in the beginning, yeah, in the
Listen properly.
in the beginning, yeah, in the beginning, in the beginning.
That's the epitome of never give up.
In the beginning.
How long is it going to take him to get through the Bible?
Woo, but that would have had to take me out of that church. That would have had to take me out of there. Gary, what you got coming up next?
Coming up next, y'all, Jennifer Lopez is livid, honey. She's upset. I'm going to tell y'all why and with who next. Rickey Smiley Morning.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 5 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea in the clue of the day, brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right, family. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Jennifer Lopez, honey, they're saying that this girl is reportedly upset with Ben Affleck, y'all, after he did an interview where he blamed his beautiful ex-wife, y'all, Miss Jennifer Garner, for his struggles with alcohol. Now, they're saying part of why I started drinking was because I was trapped. He said, I was like, I can't leave because of my kids, but I'm not happy. What do I do? He said, and what I did was drank a bottle of scotch and fell asleep on the couch, which turned out to not be the solution. Now, they're saying Jennifer Lopez is very angry that Ben Affleck said this, which she should be, about his beautiful ex-wife, saying that he was trapped in the marriage and it's like he didn't want to be with her, so he had to drink himself to sleep every night because he hated her so much. And they're saying that Jennifer is being thrown into this mess because a lot of people saying she was the reason why Ben Affleck left post Jennifer Garner to go with her, y'all. What y'all think about that? Should a man say that about his beautiful ex-wife?
I think he was just being transparent.
Well, you don't be transparent.
And maybe didn't realize that some things he probably should have kept, to himself because it didn't come out right.
Yeah, it did not come out. I feel so bad for Jennifer Garner. I mean, that man saying that he had to drink scotch, and she gave him 2 beautiful children and what have you, and now he's saying he had to drink himself to sleep, basically, because he didn't like her. If you don't want to be there, just leave.
And I didn't know they had kids, so that's kind of tough. Like, you should never disparage your kid's mama. Like, your ex-wife, y'all got kids together, because, that's not cool.
And she stood by him during all of that. Like, you saw the photos. She was going to rehab with him. She was sticking it out. And, and it's a shame because it really isn't Jennifer Lopez's fault. He was having those issues way before they even got together. She was with A-Rod and they were engaged and all of that. So for people to throw Jennifer Lopez in that, it's just not fair to me.
Yeah, but it's almost kind of, though, because, honey, she left A-Rod and ran immediately back to that man's arms. That man was good with his wife, even though he was drinking himself to sleep at night. She should have just waited.
No, they were already broken up for some time, Gary.
Yeah, but I just don't like that. Yeah. Well, she's still
at least 2 years, I think.
Yeah,
at least.
You said what, Gary?
She still got with him too. So look, A-Rod had just broke up yesterday, and then tomorrow she with him.
What is the time limit?
Yeah, you need to wait at least cool off for a minute.
Tomorrow ain't promised.
No, it's not promised, but you don't go take some other woman's husband that quick, even though
they was divorced. Someone's husband.
Even if they was divorced, so still, he's still saying she drove him to drink and stuff. So evidently they were still together in some kind of way.
Yeah,
if he
that
was
wasn't
drinking
fair.
himself.
No, he probably just shouldn't have said that, but that don't mean they was together, Gary. They've been apart forever.
Yeah, I just don't like that. I feel bad for poor Miss Jennifer Gardner. Honey. She's a great actress.
And now she
honey.
poor Miss Jennifer.
You ain't never lived with her. You don't know what she like behind closed doors. She might be hell on wheels behind closed doors.
Yeah, well, we know what he like. So, moving on, in other celebrity news, y'all, yesterday, baby, news broke that a police officer, honey, testified that Megan Thee Stallion told him that Tory Lanez, honey, asked Meg to dance before shooting her in her foot. Now, the testimony, y'all, is considered, and that's what I love when Judge Judy always use this word, that's hearsay. Since the officer was not there to hear it himself and will not be included in the trial, y'all. But the explosive testimony came out, y'all, honey, which was allowed at a preliminary hearing that went viral, according to TMZ. They're saying that the news broke with police closely connected to Tory Lanez, and they dropped a blockbuster on it. Now, according to Tory's attorney, an independent witness, y'all, told cops that they saw Megan Thee Stallion and her female friend, Kelsey, fighting just moments before Meg was shot in the foot. Now, they're saying, y'all, that it was a friend. They're saying that the friend, honey, allegedly, y'all, was the one that shot Meg in the foot. Her best friend. What kind of friend is that, honey? I wouldn't have her nowhere around.
Did I see something on the internet that said it looked like the gunfire, the flash from the gunfire came from the other person?
Yeah, they're saying, y'all, that the gun muzzle flash went off, and they said it was closer to Kelsey than it was to Tory.
But didn't she say that he shot her? She went live.
Yeah, well, he said she shot her, but honey, she probably didn't realize she was probably out there dancing and stuff when he was shooting at her feet. And they said that the muzzle flash detail is corroborated by the gunshot residue found on the other female's hand, honey. So that means her hand, that woman had that gun and tried to kill Megan Thee Stallion, honey.
This is so controversial.
That's why she aimed at her foot, because she was trying to kill her. That's where you aim at when you try to kill somebody. They
exactly. That's where all the arteries are, Maria.
Yeah, all of them.
In the foot?
You just die instantly.
Right.
They trying to be sarcastic.
That's our sarcasm,
right? They trying to be sarcastic.
Brutal film. That pinky toe.
Gary trying to make it seem like she was trying to get murdered.
shot, what's his name?
Eddie Murphy shot
Eddie Murphy in a pinky toe.
I love that boy.
Yeah, but that is dirty, honey. If I was her, I would not want a friend like that, honey. How could you have a friend? Here you bringing these doggone randoms on, honey, because you've been knowing them, and now that you're a big star and stuff, now she's trying to kill you and stuff. That's not a good look at all.
Did y'all see how thick that bread was when she was making that tuna fish sandwich?
Baby, that bread. She was putting that mayonnaise on it, Ricky.
Texas toast right there.
Thick ass bread. Bread was thick as hell making that damn tuna fish.
That's why she thick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just don't like a whole lot of silly stuff.
All right, y'all just so ugly. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors, y'all. My color today, y'all, is roasted chestnut. Y'all, we're in the season of Christmas, and so we're gonna have some nice season. Do y'all ever roast chestnuts? Anybody could afford chestnuts?
Nah, man.
Just do peanuts in the oven.
You can get the nuts. We ain't had no fire.
I'm allergic to nuts. No nuts for me.
Gary?
You ain't getting no love on your color today, Gary.
He's just trying to sneak one in on us.
On with that whack color.
Right.
Now, Gary.
Oh, chestnuts, and the Lord just say beautiful tan. That's the color for the y'all. So
y'all give it up for Gary with the G.
One time.
Gary.
More with the Morning Show coming up. A lot of people that work here, that work hard, man, behind the scenes, helping us to one for some of these people. Merry Christmas.
What you talking about? No, man.
Thank you for everything that you do for us. You know we got to give Jesus something.
Come on now. Come on
Jesus. Got to pay our time. White Jesus.
Come on. Come on.
Merry Christmas, man. Hey, get us the get us one. Make sure Tony get it.
I will.
Thank you. I appreciate everything.
Thank you so much.
I mean that.
Much love.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Have to break bread. God been good to you. Break bread. Show love to the people that help you be successful. You know what I'm saying? You all know, man, these people go through a lot. They stay here. They work all through the night to make sure that everything is working, that we're on the air. And they go above and beyond the call of duty. Anytime you call them and ask them for anything, they always there. So, you know, God been good. Time to break bread. Make sure everybody gets something. Everybody gonna eat today.
Nice tonight, Jack. Well, for real.
Hey, Special K. What's the name of that stripper you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to Cheeseburger, man.
What she dance at?
She's dancing in Magic City back in the day, back in the 90s.
What you think she doing now?
Cheeseburger, huh? I think she keep kids now. I think she got working in daycare center.
Started on daycare with her mom.
Yeah. Keep them kids now.
He ain't even talking about old strippers from the 90s.
Yeah.
We need to do a where are they now with strippers?
Man, Cheeseburger, Strawberry, Ebony, Ebony with an I.
And what you think they doing now?
Hennessy.
What Ebony doing now?
Oh man, she was a little older, so she probably just retired and is enjoying her grandkids. Enjoying her grandkids.
She's 65 years old. Got a tattoo
Enjoying them
of a
grandkids.
bad
She
bitch on
probably
her
still
neck.
Probably the greeter at Walmart.
Say what, Maria?
The greeter at Walmart.
Welcome to Walmart. With that same tat on her neck, Maria.
Yep.
What kind of tat she got on her neck?
With her hair up in a bun.
Man,
So everybody can see the tat.
A French roll, Maria?
A French roll, baby. With a little swoop bang in the front. Mm-hmm. That's what she doing.
Oh, man, I'm crying. We don't know why that song came on. Everybody just started talking about strippers. He just started bringing up all them old strippers from back, and I remember a couple of them.
I love Cheeseburger, man.
Oh, man, why they call it? Why you think they call it Cheeseburger?
That's what I want to know.
And, I mean, these are real people. These are real people's friends of mine. Her sister named Angel.
Yeah.
And they both strip. They both dance.
Yeah.
But they both cute. Beautiful people, man. Just
Right.
beautiful people. Cheeseburger and Angel.
But what made you think
Love
about
them.
it?
When Brought to you down there picking that money up off the ground.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 24 minutes after the hour, y'all. We do not see the number of COVID deaths scrolling across our TV screen and phones like we did last year, but we are still in a pandemic, and believe it or not, there have been more COVID deaths this year than there were in 2020. Like real talk, y'all. We got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier is on with us this morning. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. Thank you so much for the opportunity to bring this information about the coronavirus pandemic to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show listeners. Rickey, let me tell you.
And wait a minute, Dr. Collier, anybody have any questions, you can call us up right now. 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY. Go ahead, Dr. Collier.
Okay, so Rickey, you're absolutely correct that there have been more deaths in 2021 than there have been in 2020, despite the fact that we have vaccines widely available and that 60% of people in the United States have been vaccinated. So that just shows that this pandemic is still there, still real, and now we're back to almost 1,200 deaths per day. So at this pace, this year is going to definitely outpace last year. despite the fact that we had the vaccines available. Now, Ricky, last year, though, the difference is that older people, 65 and older, were 81% of deaths last year. That number has come down to 60%, and younger people are now rising. They've increased from, say, 20% to 40%. So younger people, younger than 65, usually in their 40s and 50s, are dying from this COVID. So people need to understand this, and this is not even considering the Omicron variant, which is highly infectious, and even though it does not seem to be as virulent, it's going to infect so many more people that the death rate will be higher because of those people that are infected, that will be deaths and hospitalizations.
That's actually exactly what I wanted to talk about, Dr. Collier, about this Omicron variant that is spreading so fast that it looks like it's going to be the dominant variant soon. And even though symptoms seem to be milder, the effects of it, what can we expect?
Okay, Eva, great question, because, people were originally excited about the Omicron, and then once people saw that it was a milder version, they started to get mute to it, so to speak. But, again, sheer numbers basis, it's spreading so fast. This is the first variant that is really spreading too fast to track. And so it's showing up in places faster than the usual monitoring, where they could usually say it starts here and then it moves across the United States, or it starts in the South and then it moves to the Midwest and then the North. It's just showing up everywhere. And this is totally and completely a different pattern than what we have had with any of the coronavirus variants to this point. So we can expect greater numbers of disease, and we can expect more sickness, more hospitalizations, and more deaths.
That is so concerning, because we know some health officials are also saying that we're headed for a perfect storm with both COVID variants combined with the flu season. So what are your thoughts and recommendations?
Okay, with that, we're going to have a twin pandemic or even a triple pandemic. When I say triple, that means the original coronavirus, the Delta variant, and the Omicron variant, and then the influenza. So, one, get your flu vaccine if you have not gotten it. And now they are giving coronavirus vaccines and flu vaccines on the same day at the same time, and that's considered, they found that to be reasonably safe, but I don't recommend it. Dr. Collier's personal medical opinion is to try to get at least 2 weeks between those two vaccines, just so your body can mount a more impressive immune response to both vaccines versus trying to create protection from both.
All right, let's go to the phones. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Hi, I was calling to get any answers about, I got the booster shot, the Moderna. And after I got the Moderna booster shot, I had got lymph nodes swollen, and then I also got blood clots. So I was calling to see if anybody else reported any of these two symptoms that they got from the booster shot.
So swelling of the lymph nodes is a really popular or really prevalent side effect of getting the booster shots. They have noticed this, and particularly they're telling women not to get mammograms because they'll get a false positive. But lymph nodes can swell up anywhere in the body, but they have been shown to be particularly in the upper part of the body because you're affecting the lungs in particular. So that blood clots have not been a real issue. That just kind of happened to you. I'm not sure whether that was due to the booster or not, but again, it does affect the cells, the endothelial cells that line every blood vessel in your body, and they can increase the possibility of clotting.
All right, John, Dr. Collier, good morning.
Dr. Collier, I read an article that was stating there's I think in other countries, 15% of healthcare workers, they are COVID resistant. I was just wondering, since 15% of these people are COVID resistant, that should mean 15% of the population should be, COVID resistant. I just wonder what he thought about that.
Well, in a healthcare worker, you're going to get much more exposure, so you're going to have higher resistance levels, and that means that they've been exposed so much that their bodies now has various antibodies and they can resist the infection. So, in the standard population, you're just not going to get that kind of exposure to the virus. So healthcare workers, probably 60-80% of the people that they see are exposing them to various versions of the coronavirus, so their bodies are boosting if they have normally functioning immune systems. So, but again, in the spirit of what you're saying, there is an increase in the general population because so many people have COVID that natural immunity is there.
All right, John, Dr. Collier, good morning.
All right, I'm just wondering how is it possible that we're having so many deaths when we're over 60% we're vaccinated in this country? It seems as though something doesn't quite add up.
Okay, that if you look at it from that perspective, yes, but you got to understand that of those people that are dying is from the 40% of people that are unvaccinated. Very, very small percentage of people that have been completely vaccinated are having hospitalizations or death. This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated, and it's growing because that seems to be a hardcore group of people who just are refusing to get vaccinated at this time, not to mention getting boosters.
Hey, Dr. Carney, let everybody know how you can be reached. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Ricky. I can be reached on all social media at AskASK Dr. MJ, and go to my website, lipodrops.com, to find out how to boost your immune system and help protect yourself from this twin pandemic of the coronavirus and the influenza.
And what did you say, the booster shot kick my ass.com?
Let me tell you, you're one of those people that it can't happen to, Ricky. Most people get injection site pain, fatigue, headaches, muscle pain, and even nausea, but you had the big myocarditis.
I slept standing up in a corner. I can't even lay down.
Okay. These are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast, or his production crew. My pleasure to be of service, Ricky.
Dr. Collier, you remember this song? I'm about to play this song, but remember this song right here, Dr. Collier? Man, I grew up on this song. I don't care. I'm playing this song right here. Here's Carla Thomas. Boy, look at here, boy. I grew up on that song. I don't care what nobody say. That is one of my all-time favorite Christmas songs. That's Carla Thomas. Play that for your kids.
Great song.
That's one of the greatest Christmas songs of all time. If you grew up in the hood like we did, man, that song right there is like historically.
Are you familiar with the Eagles and the Christmas song, Please Come Home for Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, that's one of my favorites.
Right, and you know, remember now, them dogs. Them damn dogs. The Jingle Bell dog.
Oh.
The Jingle Bell dog.
Smiley Morning Show, baby.
It's Macy's one-day sale tomorrow with deals of the day for everyone on your
Them big deep boys, Great Dane dogs. Oh, man. Woo! That's what make it for me. Boy, we be on bullshit. I knew you was going to like that.
Details at Macy's.com/.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 14 before the top of the hour, y'all. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning, man.
My brother, my friend. Good to be on with you all this morning. Check this out. So there, as many of you have been following, are as we talked about on Tuesday, the January 6th committee exposed Trump's kind of just lie upon lie. We talked about the fact that more and more of these text messages would be coming out. But the fact is that, listen, there's already been a whole bunch of evidence of really the coup attempt and the emptiness of all of his claims, right? But they really had some clear indicators that, you know, this whole Make America Great Again piece is whitewashing the history. And so I'm really interested in not only how this is going to affect Trump, Rick, but you're going to be highlighting people that were complicit in certain ways. And with the Democrats having a whole lot of concern around the midterm elections, I'm interested in knowing how this is going to affect certain folks in their midterms.
Right.
We know that there are a lot of diehard supporters of Trump that just don't actually care, and in some cases, this may energize them even more. But I think there are some folks in the GOP that are actually reasonable, and if facts hit them, maybe I'm being a little bit too optimistic.
Yeah.
But, no, like, right. I mean, and I'm willing to admit that. But if this information keeps coming out and there are clear signs of text messages, even Fox News isn't even talking about some of this because they know they can't. They can't even spin this.
But Jeff,
yes, they will though, Jeff.
Doesn't the Justice Department have to finally step up and actually do something about all this information that's coming out? At least let it look like they're doing something?
There's two pieces of it, right? There's the formal process that can lead to indictments and or further investigation. And then there's the court of public opinion. And even if this doesn't convince some members of the GOP, it may energize a Democratic base that in some ways has been really apathetic. So, if it doesn't do one, perhaps it'll do the other. The second thing is I want to know what you all think about Urban Meyer lasting less than a year in the NFL.
Doesn't surprise me one bit.
Have we ever seen a coach of that stature have that short a reign on a team before?
Yeah.
Who else? It was another high profile college. Who, Dave?
I mean, there's a whole lot of baggage that come along with Urban Meyer, though. Like off the field and on the field.
Well, and I think that was the issue, right? I mean, this is the issue that shows that it actually at some point doesn't matter how good you are on the field if you are given indications of being a nutbag off of it, because because they can't afford it. And you ultimately, especially in a free agent space, you got free agents that you need on the team that ultimately say, "I'm not coming into this mess."
Right.
So, but again, I don't know if we've seen someone as high profile as Meyer on the college side or the NFL side go that quickly. Last thing, y'all, is there's a really interesting story. A 90-year-old man who is serving life for marijuana distribution, which I still think is insane. Horatio Estrada Elias, he is 90 years old. He has several chronic conditions, and it's a nonviolent marijuana trafficking offense that he got life for. And even after hearing that he had life-ending chronic diseases, the judge in the case said, no, we're not going to release him. Well, the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeal came back and said it's ridiculous that he not be released. He's not a threat to society. There's no indication. And this guy had a spotless record within the penitentiary. And so he had no disciplinary issues at all. And even the warden was like he should be released. So it is profoundly insane.
So are they going to let him out?
Yeah. So
how
the
long
judge
has he been locked up?
Over 30 years.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
So the judge was told by the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeal to reconsider, which as a judge, you know what that means. That means change your mind, fool. So he came back to his court. He decided that he was now going to release him based on compassionate release. But the fact that had to happen, and you got people making billions of dollars selling weed right now.
Right.
There's no excuse at this point for this kind of case to even, it's a no-brainer. That there really needs to be federal law at this point or state law at this point that says if you are a nonviolent drug offender, and I know that the Obama administration was attempting to do that at the federal level, but at this point, you shouldn't even be allowed to sell weed legally in your state if you got people in jail on nonviolent weed offense.
Right.
Like, period. So, y'all, like, this is going to be something that we continue to see over and over again. So, y'all, appreciate it, man. Love y'all. Have a fantastic rest of the week. I'll check y'all next week on Tuesday.
Hey, appreciate everything, man. Y'all, Jeff Johnson, one time.
Yes, sir.
Coming up, songs that stay in your head all day. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Man, don't make me play Paul Revere.
I was about to say
Come
Super
on now.
Dave. Can
Man,
you
just
a little bit of Paul Revere, man.
Yeah, just pull it. Just I just need to first. Just take me back to Willow. Just a little bit of Paul Revere.
I need to get my whopper.
Here's a little story I got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with that MCA and me, my team.
Hi, little horsey named Paul Revere. Just me and my horsey in a quart of beer. Right across the land, kicking up sand.
What?
Flashes on my tail,
Cause I'm in demand. One lonely BCIP. All by myself without nobody.
The sun is beating down on my baseball hat.
The air is getting hot, the beer is going out. Looking for a girl, I ran into a guy. His name is MCA. I said howdy, he said hi.
Then that baby goes,
What?
Here you go. Boy, don't take me back to Woodlawn High School, boy. Boy, let me tell you something.
Beast Boy wasn't nothing to play with.
Man, let me tell you something.
84.
Preach, man.
Y'all gonna get them white boys they prop.
Come on,
man.
now.
Sure.
Come on,
Man,
now.
man, Beastie
What? Come
Beastie
on,
Boys
dog.
in the Hall
This
of Fame,
whole
man.
album. You got to put
Are they in the Hall of Fame?
Didn't they make it
the
to
Rock and Roll Hall of
Yes,
Fame.
sir.
Come on, man.
Y'all not finna play with the Beastie Boys. I don't care what you say.
Man.
Whatever. Beastie Boys, that whole, what's the name of the cassette tape?
Yes, sir. Doggone it. I just went blank.
Time to get ill.
Time to get ill. Yes, sir.
Boy.
Time to get ill. Yeah.
I will put, man, listen.
Maybe you can play on that doggone tape and just let it run. You ain't even got to skip
Man,
no song.
I'm telling you. So in high school, they had a club.
Yep.
It's some projects called Gate City.
Uh-huh.
So they had the Nova Club. Everybody had a Nova. So everybody would take their cassette tape and put it in at the same time on the Beastie Boys.
Right.
And all 12 Novas, they would pass by the school after school, and all of the cars would be on the same beat.
Yes, sir.
Chevy Nova.
And they would be playing the Beastie Boys.
Yes.
Boy, if that don't remind me of Woodlawn High School, if nothing else, man, that was the...
License to Ill, baby.
That's the name of the...
Come on, dog.
Download
License to Ill.
I'm downloading it right
Yeah,
now.
Brass Monkey and all that on
Brass
there, right?
Monkey, all of them, man.
Monkey.
Come on, dog.
All right. Remind me of Woodlawn High School, if nothing else, man, that was the...
License to Ill, baby.
That's the name of the...
Come on, dog.
Download
License to Ill.
I'm downloading it right
Yeah,
now.
Brass Monkey and all that on
Brass
there, right?
Monkey, all of them, man.
Monkey.
Come on, dog.
All right, we got to get Marvin. We got to get Pastor Bishop Marvin.
Low
Sapp.
and low.
Man, hey, Bishop.
It's the new style. All of them.
Hey,
Yeah, boy. Hey, wait a minute.
Come
It's
on,
the
man.
new style. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And I boom, and
Come on, dog.
Hey, look.
Hey, man, I thought I was going to hear you got to fight for your right to party.
Yes, sir. You got to fight for your right to party. No. Come on, man.
Bishop Marvin Sapp, man, listen, what do you know about the Beastie Boys?
Do you got
Oh man, they was kicking it, man. That was my late high school years.
Come on.
It was hot.
Man, if Super
So
Day
when I'm-
plays Slow and Low, I'm running out the studio.
Hey, we're going to play it. No, we getting ready to go on the Christmas break. If you want to hear it, we're going to play it.
If he plays Slow and Low, I'm running out the studio.
Man, listen, ladies and gentlemen, Bishop Marvin Sapp, we done got turned, we in here sweating like Mike
know, I hear
Tyson
it.
in a spelling bee.
That's nervous right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man has been nominated for 13 Grammys and has had one of the longest running #1 streaks on Billboard. Y'all, please, and I did not want to bring you in on the Beastie Boys, but I know you love hip hop like we love hip hop. Y'all give it up.
Sure do.
Gospel great Bishop Marvin Sapp.
Yo.
Man, we so excited you joined us this morning, man.
And I appreciate the opportunity. You know, whenever you call or whenever I get the opportunity to come and hang out with y'all, it's always an amazing time.
Yeah, man, and congratulations on your tour, The Joyful Experience. And I see that you headed to Chicago, D.C.,
Man,
Philly,
yeah.
Baltimore, Virginia. Tell us what the fans can expect and who else is going to be appearing with you.
Well, it's going to be crazy. It's myself, the Clark sisters, Ricky Dillard, Nucci, Charles Jenkins, as well as Leandria Johnson. And it's going to be an amazing moment. It starts the 26th of December, and it goes for an entire week. We're doing 5 shows from Chicago to Philly to, Baltimore to Hampton, Virginia to D.C. So if you don't have your ticket, make sure you get your tickets. I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. And I'm glad to be a part of this with such great artists.
So for myself and everyone else who's wondering, we hear you're hitting the road again touring next year as well. Can you please confirm that?
Yeah. I'm going to do some dates and stuff with Fred Hammond and Hezekiah Walker, the Festival of Praise. So I'm excited about being able to get back on the road again. I got a brand new CD that's going to be coming out in 2022, as well as my brand new single is going to drop in January. So I'm really excited about it. And believe it or not, there's something on the docket. There's going to be a made-for-TV movie that's going to be coming out for me in 2022 as well, talking about my life story. I ain't going to talk about the network stuff, but production is starting in January, so I'm looking forward to it.
Now, I gotta switch subjects just a little bit now. What are we going to do? There's a big controversy in the church right now concerning the fact that nobody likes eating the plastic body of Christ. And we really need you and Pastor Haynes to get together and start a movement. 'Cause first of all, Bishop, we can't get the little plastic off the little top part, right? Number 2, you can't taste them.
Right.
Number 3, then you got to open up another part of the plastic cup to get to the grape juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we get? I think all of the people, when y'all had the saltine crackers as the body of Christ, I think people. I don't even know if you can you go to heaven with the that's the stuff that they use for fillers in the Amazon box for packages.
Bishop Marvin Sapp, we need your help on this one, my brother.
Hey, man, listen, let me tell you something right now. They need to do what I do. Whenever we do communion, I make sure I have somebody open it up for me because it's very difficult to do that when you got that and the microphone in your hand. But I tell people all the time, just touch your neighbor and ask them to help you through this.
Yeah, man, because, people got big thumbs. They work for the city. Yeah, we gonna. Hey, Bishop, me, you, and Pastor John P. Key, we have been complaining. We got to start a movement, man, to bring back the saltine crackers body of Christ, but where we can get more members in for the first Sunday now.
The one that broke up by hand by the ushers.
Right.
I just can't get past them big thumbs, Doc. That's just too much.
trying to open up that little, get that little wafer. You be sitting there.
The sad thing is, I be seeing my deacons struggling with it too.
hey, Bishop, they done did the may the Lord watch between me and thee while we absent, one from another. They done did the benediction, and you still in there with them thumbs trying to get that first wafer off. Man, we got. What happened? Why we start doing that?
Getting all fancy, that's all. Getting fancy.
We need to go back to the saltine crackers, man. When we felt the Holy Ghost.
When the pastor had to break it up in front of the church, in front of everybody.
Yeah. And then, they hold a big white sheet up so you couldn't see the pastor crunch.
So you couldn't see.
Probably ain't wash his hands or nothing.
No, he washed it. He got a little bowl.
Okay,
they pour one of the deacons pour some water in a little bowl.
In the bowl, they wash his hands.
And he washes his hands.
Gotcha.
And the other deacon hand him the rag. He dry it off, and then pastor crunch up all of the crackers or whatever. And then
pass it around.
And they pass it around, and you try to get the biggest piece in there.
Yep.
And your little brother get mad and he didn't get a big piece.
Well, he can't get one. Your brother can't get it because he hadn't been baptized yet.
But if you 12 and he 11.
Yeah, but if you have not been baptized, you cannot take communion.
And little brother
and
be
when
crying.
they start crying.
Yeah.
Because you eating the cracker and he ain't getting none.
You are a traditional Baptist. I can't believe you are.
Hey, that's where we all grew up.
And you sitting there, and then the pastor be talking too long, and then your hand get the trembling and shaking, and then you got juice going down your arm. See, we supposed to be doing a real interview. This ain't working out. It's not. Oh, man. Hey. So listen, if people want to get more information for a joyful holiday experience, let everybody know where they can go.
I'm just going to tell them to make sure they go. I just Google it. Google the joyful holiday experience. Tickets are being sold at Ticketmaster and everywhere. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. Myself, the Clark sisters, Ricky Dillard and New G, Leandria Johnson, Charles Jenkins, and the concert's going to be crazy. Chicago, Baltimore, Philly, D.C., Hampton, Virginia. If you're in those areas, just make sure you get your ticket. And if you're close, just try down. It's going to be powerful.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our brother, legendary Bishop Marvin Sapp.
Yes.
In the
Hey, you make sure you come back where we can do a real interview. We did not. We had more questions, man, but you brought up the subject about the communion. And
you gonna put that on me? You gonna put that on me, Ricky? You gonna put that on me?
Yeah.
You gonna put that on me, Ricky? Okay. Next time I'm coming to the studio, I'm just gonna come to the studio.
Yeah. Come on. You know we'll be waiting on you, ladies and gentlemen. Bishop Marvin Sapp. Time. Rickey Smiley Morning Show's coming up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour. Got your front page right here. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look this morning at your front page news. So with the U.S. already dealing with another spike of the Delta COVID-19 variant, the country is now facing a coming surge of the new Omicron variant, which spreads even faster. Still, the White House says lockdowns won't be needed because vaccines are widely available. And Dr. Anthony Fauci says the Pfizer and Moderna shots, along with the boosters, still appear to offer great protection against hospitalization from Omicron. Meanwhile, President Biden went to Kentucky yesterday to visit the areas that were hit hardest by the tornadoes last Friday night. Biden says that he pledges to do, quote, whatever it takes as long as it takes to help Kentucky and other states. Meanwhile, later on today, Vice President Kamala Harris will announce a plan to pool the government's resources to replace all lead pipes in the U.S. That's LED. Now, the plan is called the Biden-Harrison Lead Pipe and Paint Action Plan and will take place over the next 10 years. In other news, Derek Chauvin pled guilty yesterday to a federal charge of violating George Floyd's civil rights. Now, under a plea agreement on this federal charge, Chauvin, who could have faced life in prison, should now face 20 to 25 years in prison, which would run concurrent to his state prison sentence currently of 22 and a half years.
Special K, what does that mean?
Concurrent?
Yeah, I mean,
Together. That means it runs along.
Why do you think he went on and pled guilty?
He cut a deal and said, so he's guilty on the federal level, but instead of running consecutive, it's going to run alongside his sentence that he...
So if you had to guess, how many years he going to do?
He gonna do all of them because with the feds you do 85% minimum.
So what did the Fed give him?
The feds gave him, what did you just say, 25?
So he has 22 year sentence, but because
feds gave him 22 and a half, the state gave him 22, so he gonna do every day of it to the door.
Oh, wow.
But concurrent, Ricky, not consecutive. So not 22 plus 22.
Yeah.
The 22 is going to run on the same days as the other 22. You understand?
Oh, I got you now.
No parole.
That don't make no damn sense.
So
it don't, Ricky. But this was his attempt not to get life in prison.
It assures that he can't get parole. He can't get no kind of early release.
Right.
Because you got a sentence on top of a sentence.
Okay. So how old is he?
He 50, 40, 48, close to 50.
So he'll be what when he get out? Like
70 something? Yeah.
Okay.
70 and change. And last but not least, prayers go out to the family, author, professor, and feminist Bell Hooks. She wrote I Ain't a Woman and All About Love and has passed away at the age of 69. Our condolences go out to her family. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, just log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, our sports genius. What's going down in sports?
All right, before I get to my Rock T NFL picks of the week, let me shout out to the number 2 recent Travis Hunter recruit in the nation. Beast mode at defensive back and wide receiver. He was expected to commit to Florida State, but he changed his mind, and now he's going to be attending Jackson State University out there with Coach Primetime Deion Sanders, man. So big up Primetime and what he's doing. Look out. He's building a powerhouse out there. All right, it's about that time, man. Go ahead, Super Dave. Give me my theme music. It's time for Rock T. NFL picks of the week, man. I don't give you the over or the under. I'm going to tell you who's going to win the damn game. They call me the sports genius for a reason. Pick the Kansas City Chiefs to beat the L.A. Chargers this week.
Yeah.
Cleveland over the Raiders. New England defeats Indianapolis. Buffalo over Carolina. Miami will beat the Jets. My flip a coin game of the week is the Washington football team versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Because Philly is at home, pick the Eagles to win this game. Arizona over Detroit. Houston over Jacksonville. That's my battle of the sorries game of the week right there. Dallas Cowboys over the Giants. Tennessee beats Pittsburgh. Cincinnati over the Denver Broncos. San Francisco beats the Atlanta Falcons. That's right, I said it. 49ers will beat the Atlanta Falcons. Green Bay over Baltimore. We still don't know if Lamar Jackson's going to play, but Lamar just hadn't been himself lately. Even if he does play, I'm still picking Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay to beat Raven Nation. LA Rams over Seattle, Tampa Bay over New Orleans, and the Minnesota Vikings will go into Chicago and beat the Bears. Indeed. You're looking like you're a little confused.
What you think about that one, Dave?
What was the last one?
Minnesota's going to beat Chicago in Chicago.
Yeah, he's right.
Okay, there you go. Just
I mean, it's not that many times he's right, but
Thank you. And for that, you got your super back added to your name. There it is. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla if y'all want to continue to discuss these picks. Hot Spot coming up next with Maria Moore.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour, y'all. The Hot Spot is being brought to you by
Macy's. It's Macy's one-day sale tomorrow with deals of the day for everyone on your gift list. Save big on beauty stocking stuffers, cashmere sweaters, coats, handbags, and more. Plus, get contact-free curbside pickup or pickup in store today. Details at Macy's.com/pickup. What's up, Maria?
What's up, Eva? Of course, I'm Maria Moore sitting in for the Brat, and this is a Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So it's official, 4 new hip-hop couples will be pulling up on an all-new season of Marriage Boot Camp Hip Hop Edition. Set to premiere in March of 2022 on WeTV, the season couples are hip-hop superstar K. Michelle and Kastan, Rich Dollars and Mariah Lynn, Lyrica and A1, and Gangsta Boo from 3 6 Mafia and Emmett. Resident counselors Dr. Ish Mayer will be returning once again to help these 4 couples, including frenemies Lyrica and K. Michelle, confront lies, betrayal, and bitter rivalries. Let me get that out there. All right, so Young Dolph, of course, a lot of folks are still mourning his death, and a Memphis street has been officially named after him. Following his murder in his hometown last month, the street is called Adolph Young Dolph Thornton Jr. Avenue and was presented by Dolph's longtime girlfriend, Mia J., Dolph's 2 children, and Councilman J.B. Smiley Jr. and other local politicians. Now, yesterday I was talking about Boosie being an ordained minister earlier this week, that is, and now he is facing a lawsuit over the brawl he was involved in during the Atlanta stop of his Legends of the Streets tour. Now, according to TMZ, We Are Live Entertainment has filed a $525,000 lawsuit against Boosie for inciting the brawl. Wow. The promotion companies claim Boosie was booked for $150,000. This brother, $150,000 for 5 performances, and he received a $50,000 deposit in good faith before the first show. Shout out to Boosie for getting that much. He was arrested 2 months ago on charges connected to the incident, and he responded to the lawsuit in a video shared on Twitter with the caption, "Y'all need to report the truth." And finally, earlier I was talking about Nick Cannon. He has spoken out about his decision not to have his late son, Zen, who died of cancer at 5 months old, undergo chemotherapy treatments. Now, as any parent could imagine, this is a very, very difficult decision. During an interview with People magazine, Cannon explained the conversations quickly turned to how can we give him the best life for the time that he does have. He went on to say, we could have had the existence where he would have had to live in the hospital, hooked up to machines for the rest of the time. And from someone who has had to deal with chemotherapy before, I know that pain. To see that happen to a 2-month-old, I didn't want that. I didn't want him to suffer. So continue prayers to Nick Cannon.
Maria, I have a question. Are they? Is anybody hearing anything? Are they getting close to solving the murder of Young Dolph?
No. Well, I know that they have the footage of the car and the license plate, and of course we reported earlier about the car being found and some other incidents connected to the murder taking place. But I haven't seen anything in terms of progress, and maybe they're keeping it under the wraps because they're getting close to finding somebody,
right?
And sometimes they don't want too much public information being released if they have a good lead. But let's hope and pray that they do find out who killed that brother. But that's what I have for you. That's what's hot. Coming up next, we will be talking to Dee Guerrero from Ford. That's next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's up?
Get out of bed.
All right, y'all. Now, Ford goes way back with the Tom Joyner Foundation, and they returned this year as a sponsor for the 2021 Tom Joyner Foundation Fantastic Voyage. Over the past 16 years, Ford has donated more than $2 million to the foundation in support of HBCUs. And here to tell us about their commitment and to make a huge announcement is Ford Motor Company's multicultural marketing manager, Dee Guerrero. Welcome to the show, Dee.
Thank you.
And I have to say, I'm a Ford customer. I am an owner of a Ford F-150.
Likewise, I am too, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, we don't play about our Fords.
So am I.
And a Ford Explorer, I might add.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are Forded it up here.
You breed blue.
Thank you so much. So let's get straight to it. We are big fans of HBCUs here at the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Tell us why HBCUs are so important to Ford.
You know, there's a lot, right? I mean, for us, for Ford, it's not even a matter of you know, it being important, because we all know it's important, right? Mm-hmm. But to us, it's really about family. Family needs to stick together, and we need to support and empower each other. And if there's anything that we know at Ford, it's about being a family. And that HBCU family, between those that support it, alumni, students, and future students, right? It's about coming together and being strong. And we're all about human progress, right? And with Ford, our dream and our hope and our purpose is, you know, that everybody's free to move and to pursue their dreams no matter where they want to go. And so we strongly believe about building Black American leaders, and they come from HBCUs. And like I mentioned, the alumni community and families that support them are just as important. And so our work towards HBCUs has been a long time. And one of the foundations of our support is the Tom Joyner Foundation and the Fantastic Voyage. And so we said, you know, we have to continue. And COVID, right, caused such a disruption in the system, and we wanted to make sure that we still showed up, because it was about showing up during a time where people needed to show up, right? And it wasn't about, you know, just showing up and being there because, oh, you know, it's the right thing to do. It's always the right thing to do, no matter what the time and what the circumstances are. And so we wanted to make sure that as one Ford, one family, we showed up for the HBCU family, because we have engineers, we have designers, we have marketers, we have leaders, and within our Ford family, and we want to continue that. And so to support HBCUs, it's only about the future, and we need the future to be positive, we need the future to be progressive, and we know that HBCUs provide us the best of what's to come in the future.
Love that. Now, for years, Ford has given away a vehicle during the Fantastic Voyage cruise, but this year you asked the cruisers to vote for their favorite HBCU. Why is that?
So, you know, this spring we launched a campaign for the all-new Ford Bronco Sport, and that campaign was called We Do. And it was about celebrating the outdoor and the spirit specifically of Black women, but we wanted to celebrate the spirit of everything, of it all, and just the energy and the dedication, right, of the people that went on this cruise to support our HBCUs. And so we wanted to inspire and continue to empower that feeling of we do, right? And so we know, right, let's be totally honest, right? HBCUs, they're underfunded. And we know that. And we need to take action, because we talk about it and we put it out there and we put the ask, but we need to have action behind it. And so, you know, the past 2 years, as I mentioned before, have made it challenging, but we needed more of an impact. And while we love bringing people into the Ford family, we also know that, you know, we have to come together and we have to do things that are necessary. And so we felt that returning to the Fantastic Voyage and our partnership with Tom Joyner Foundation was absolutely necessary. And that's where that We Do spirit comes in, right? We knew we needed to do something more. And so, yeah, we asked cruisers to cast a vote. Simple, right? Cast a vote for your favorite HBCU, and the winner, we would win $100,000.
Wow. And you have a big announcement.
Oh, we do have a big announcement. Yep. So we tallied all the votes. And the winner of the $100,000 a vote for your favorite HBCU from Ford is, you guys ready for this?
Hold on.
It's
okay.
Ready? Is Howard University.
Yes.
Yes.
Congratulations again
to Howard.
Yes, congratulations to the one and only Howard University. HU, give it up for Ford Motor Company's multicultural marketing manager, D. Guerrero. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yes, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.